Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. I should have checked to see if this is... Yep, that is on. Well, finally got a little spot going, so gonna be tying up some sabiki here in a bit, probably around like 10, 11. And here are some examples I should have unknotted. Still trying to finish up in here, getting everything put up and away. Got all the fabric out of this. Oh. I have some left. Dang it. What's this? Then this will be completely opened up for tools and stuff, just to get it off the ground. I don't like keeping tools on the ground. It's Florida. You never know when something is gonna flood, so I like having everything up off the ground. And like AC unit, even dryers. But gonna make these little, just pretty much tassels of flash, and only tested one at the fishing pier at Blue Heron, right? I did not sleep the night before that, so yeah, it was Blue Heron. But I was more focused on trying to get it on footage because it was the first sabiki I ever made, and it's been fishing with those since I was a kid. And for bait fish, and the bite was instant, so that tooted my horn good. However, I did lose it because I was looking for a camera. I'm gonna get a chest strap so I can actually film. I don't film on the canal bank, it's too steep. I've posted what I have managed to get footage wise, and I usually keep my phone screen on with the camera open, but even then, like, can't get all the parts that I wish I could get on footage, like all the things that happen that you're like, damn, I wish I filmed that or something like that. And he found like a head strap thing that I think is for Code's camera. I was digging for maybe some elastic. What I was really looking for is I have some bits for that little camera, but maybe an old phone holder would work, just to have something like a belt. And hello VIP Tough, hello kid. So did not brush my hair, but I was just sitting here, so figured hop on. Got this, you can't really see it, this little lucite table, and it's broken, but if it doesn't slip off of that, it should be fine. It was my parents a long time ago. They were throwing it out because I think my dad tripped into it or something. And where the legs are screwed in, it's just cracked there. So I keep meaning to get this tape for silicone, because then I could just put tape around that, following the shape of the rod, and that just like inject resin into it. I don't mind, so I'll put blue dye in that shit so it stands out more. But I think that would be the easiest, most instant rigged fix possible. At least that's what I've come up with thus far. Hasn't caused any issues though, so don't want to scare it. I have a hard time not tripping on, but a little thing. Listen here. So pretty much waiting around a little bit today, just trying to get a little bit more of a handle on piles, mainly clothes. Trying to separate things into like need repair, like minor repairs, and then like a trash bag of stuff you can make stuff with. Cause I started working at a vintage store when I was 13, so I got loads of just stuff. But it's all old stuff, like these. These 1960s collars. You know? Got a few of those. This one's my favorite. I've worn this one a lot. Back a few years ago, besides like Mod Cloth, I believe was the site, and a few other sites, it was kind of hard getting like fitted clothing and stuff like that, which I don't think we'll ever not have use, especially now where people are really sick of the clothes. I'm proud of humanity right now. Sick of it, because men's clothes is a little sturdier, but women's clothes will be a nice dress, and A, you get something in the mail that's not even what's in the picture, and B, it falls apart, so been kind of getting screwed for a while. But anywho, I had a bit of a unexpectedly exciting last few days personally, and I've been trying to get to the pier to get some food acquisition, but I fell asleep 2 nights in a row, and last night, oh my god, I felt like a kid that just got back from the fair or something. Probably tell by my hair, but this is the hair of someone who's given up his lips. This one tiny little pin or clip or whatever. Right on or whatever. But got hey. I'll stay like this for like 2 seconds and then it'll be in my face. Alright, this is that, because the next thing in here is loads of rope. I believe this is for some type of curtain or something. I used to wear it as a vest, so you could still see the I used what are those called? A cliff? A cliff? Cuff, Jesus. a cuff clip? I forget what those are called right now. Just because it had 2 little loops. And yeah, man, this was a pretty sweet vest. And yeah, that middle tassel. But it looks exactly the same going the other way. You know something? I still think it looks cool as hell. So there's that. Yeah. You'll either see me in like dressed like someone's grandpa, like or like a lamp with like the frills and shit on it. I used to. I was gonna stitch a bunch of stuff on this, but I never did, so I think I'm just gonna take the buttons. They're shell buttons. Old black skirt, but it gotten so overwashed and sun bleached that it looks unsettling. But it's really a sturdy material, so you could like pull weeds in this. And anyway, I'm probably gonna be tying in a few hours because gonna probably do some sifting through small streamer patterns, like as tinselly as possible, and I believe, yeah, man, out here it never feels like any different day, so I just, man, unless it's Tuesday, it's freaking Sunday, so jeez. But let us see. Going to, um, oh, hey, Run is live. Oh, yeah. So, the Ties Fly stream is going to be starting in like 20 minutes, and I don't like to miss those because they're treasure troves of information, and super consolidated, and a bunch of people ask stuff too. Man, I really want to get bangs for this reason, but I let people talk me out of that one, and I welcome it because every single time I get bangs, I deeply regret it. It ends up worse. Hats have become something that I understand why so many people wear them in Florida now. Hats, a t-shirt with a pocket, and you know, like shorts. And it seems like dudes will have a preference either if the shorts touch their knees or like are a few inches above their knees. That is the Florida, if you want to blend in. And it doesn't have to be a Guy Harvey shirt. It could be. Evening, yo. I wonder how far north do the gators go? I wonder. It's a good brand fish hippie. Let me check that out. My jeez, my computer, I can't find it. I stashed it in like a, not stashed it, but put it upwards. Oh. I was looking out there. I didn't put these stickers on it. It was a used computer, and I don't mean to judge or nothing. Like, the mermaid is pretty sweet. Cool Dad is even pretty sweet, but put some breast milk on it. I can't take this in public. But I do want to say, if anybody does fish in any capacity, or even just has old stories that wants, like, ragebaits.com is pretty much just gonna be like a blog type thing, and like the shop, it could, you could, if you sell stuff, like, you're more than welcome to put like things, and then I'll just link to your site rather than like trying to um like do payments or something like that, because I really don't. But the shop will have perhaps like stuff made out of the scrap and stuff like that, because I do come I I do come a piece I come from a long life of crafting, and pretty much I just like the act of making stuff, specifically with like thread and, you know, fibers. But the easiest thing to produce, like, almost is jewelry, and the easiest thing to like make a instant usable object, I guess, with like hand tinkering. But it's translated very well here, and loads loads of the materials have worked wonderful here too. But I do want to let's see. Alright, it's not dead or nothing. Put this here. I can't find any small hooks either, so I'm looking in like the scrap little things. Just maybe I should try to make barbless wikis. Just no. Yeah, just trying to find little hooks with barbs and probably bulk. But if anybody has any recommendations, softy. There's gators in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I want to look up alligator dispersion map, USA. Son of a snatch. All right. That's about pretty much what I kind of like pictured. I feel like I do picture gators in like Nevada for some reason. Desert. But I mean there's loads of water in the desert, right? I don't know, like gators just maybe they just go really well with UFOs and aesthetically. Like I could see a like anyway. Gator farm in Colorado, wow. Speaking of farms, I still really want to try to figure out how to go to that sturgeon farm here. Sturgeon Aqua Farms in Miami. I forget who runs it, but man, I've just never seen one in person. I wonder if they let, like, pedestrians visit, because that would be sweet. I would probably, you know, I always feel bad, but, like, there is, processes and stuff. Like, oh my gosh, they're the craziest things. I heard it in passing. It was like in a news thing or something where they're like, yeah, the sturgeon farm in Miami is what? I don't know why I never thought about that. From New York City, very nice. Are there gators in New York City? I really want to go up there just to walk around again. I feel like that, I mean, everything's constantly changing anyway, but I think that would be like a good yearly thing to take a train. Philly and New York City. I've never been to Philadelphia, but I really want to go to Magnetfish there. That seems like a good idea. Same thing with New York City, Magnetfish, but I feel like I guess pull up a bunch of stuff. That couple that just pulled up, I saw like 100 grand, like 10K or 100K. I think it was 100K in that safe. Just blows my mind. That's the only reason why I wish I could see through walls and like the ground and stuff. Just to look under old cities like that. Pretty nuts. I'm not sure if people mudlark in New York City, but I think that would be sweet. You go to the port at low tide, I believe. Yeah. That's why that's why I prefaced it with I know things are always changing. 'Cause man, but I I don't want to get into like, but I have like an unfortunate feeling that like I don't know, because if it's too drastic, then drastic like things are justified. I'm sorry, I'll be real. Martial law is one of my biggest fears on planet Earth, and I never want to experience that. I know we got a taste during the hellscape, but or whatever. But that. Ooh, I don't think I'd ever be able to smile again. I would just be like, fear is all I know. For real, and I really feel for it's but and because like if it I don't know anyway. It's my area is kind of in chaos mode right now because of how intense it got. So now like pretty much like what I was like the pendulum swing, like how it'll get really crazy and then swing into some other crazy like that. And I mean that happens on every facet of this diamond, surely, but it's brutal. Just saw one of my old friends out there too on the overpass. Any Palm Beach County people will know 10th and 95 so and yeah, I couldn't believe that. And specifically this person, because like dude is massively smart, like brutal to witness. Probably one of the people that like blows my mind the most. But mental illness is no joke. It is indiscriminate. It's when Dave was going through school, like, and re-registering, like, as soon as graduated classes, and next thing you know, like, the AC unit was talking to him, so, and, still have a lot of respect for him, just, I can't really communicate with him, because, whew, it's intense, it's a real deal, like, something you'd see in a documentary, so, things tend to be a little intense. Gulf of Mexico students, they're pretty rare. Then work their way up into the sandy freshwater creek. That's so wild. I work in New York. I was an ER nurse. I'm used to treating many months. Yeah. That, no, you see the reality. I mean, gosh. Especially like New York and down here in Florida, where like there's always like a pulse happening and there's like no rest because a lot of people come, especially to Palm Beach County specifically, for rehab and stuff like that. I used to bring a lot of like cigarettes down to the square. I just like talking to real people. I really do. And since I was a kid, I used to like steal my dad's beer and cigarettes and walk them down to the dudes in the square. And most of them were Vietnam vets, but a lot of it wasn't just like substance abuse. A lot of the substance abuse was like attempts at self-medication. So, and a lot of people to this day come for that reason. Unfortunately, that's why there's a really bad issue right now because it's Palm Beach County, so it is pretty drug-addled, to say the least. Like, it's baby Miami, like, really. And, like, it's always overlooked, too. Not so much now, I see more articles and stuff, but, yeah, people will come with the idea of, like, finding treatment because there's a ton of treatment centers, and I've heard some things about them. But, yeah, when they end up, when like a lot of them will come from like northern states. The opening was on this thing. A lot of people come from northern states and like mix that with the warm weather. The like everything's accessible is really intense. See, I think the best place wouldn't that be like going to somewhere with like sprawling landscapes and not dollar beers on every block. Like, it's really intense. But like used to work in restaurants down there, and whew, the human condition is a beautiful rainbow. But I think I'm gonna get a snack and open my computer. And I really don't. I appreciate that, Soyberg. I really don't. So Jeff, this I actually found at a thrift shop a long, long time ago, and I forget what it's called. It's not Boutique, maybe, but yeah. It, I've had this since high school or something, and if I bought something today, it wouldn't last a week compared to. I mean, this thing has rolled down hills, dry, grassy Florida hills. So it's pretty sturdy. I need to learn how to do this one day. It's really just you could do anything with it. But anyway, we'll be back a little bit later for some Sabuki. Happy trails, y'all. And head over to the Ties Flies channel if you're into fly tying. Wealth of knowledge and the fly tying like for like those in between steps like for beginners is really hard to conceptualize. And a lot of people they're just gold mine. So happy trails, y'all. Oh, well, that is very nice. I'm an old lady. Happy trails.